Your shit, no album out, none of that. My shit was a little big at the time. Yeah. Since Stunner gave you a little money, you stepped your shit up, though. I got 3 more of these, though. Look at it. $1,096. Shit ain't got nothing.
Hey, boy, that gas. Yeah, like anesthesia. I call it gas. You call it gasolina. I had the master pass. Now I'm back to Mina. Black, like a bachelor's, I'm back to feet. And any applications, I got my master demons. Babe, the peak pace be the absent reason between me and these basics. I'm glad to meet them. They like expectations, we have to beat them. I be based in the base of the bad to beat it. Stereotypical case of the bad deeds. Backbeat, and what I now hate to say about senioritas. I be the first president with a misdemeanor. I wrote this to evil, 23 ending a diva. 24
daring, and not the least.
Welcome back to Melanination, another weekly discussion. My name is Jody. I'm your host this week.
No.
Okay, my name is Juice, as y'all already know.
My name is Alexis, but my boyfriend last name Burrows, so you call me Miss Burrows.
Okay.
Bruh. Hey, I'm Goldie, and that's probably the spookiest shit that's happened all
That scared me.
Hi, my name's Kai.
Oh, okay.
Hi guys, I'm Stacy, and Jody, that did scare me a little bit. Came out of nowhere.
So happy
Listen,
Halloween.
I had to shout out Chance. My name is also Mojo, if you know me from back home. But this week, we're going to be talking about the spooky, topics that, black people don't talk about. So, don't click away now. Don't click away. You're here. Don't go away. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What? That's wild.
Anyway, but in recap, so y'all have a good homecoming?
Yes,
kind of
hell
trash.
yeah.
No,
I would say I passed out 3 or 4 nights.
Be real, y'all. How was homecoming? Okay, exactly. Homecoming was
that concert though.
Nah, fam.
I didn't even go.
All right. Let's go around the table.
Yeah, because y'all sound real depressed.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
1 to 10, that hoe was like a 3.5.
All right.
My dude came up. I got drunk. I got high as shit. 9.
That's not fair.
It's a solid 7.
That's not fair.
Solid 7, It's acceptable. You passed the class.
4.
What?
Oh, wow.
You didn't go to here.
I smoked in my room. It was a 10.
That's what I'm saying.
That should count. But homecoming was like a
no class.
4-ish.
They didn't do homecoming right.
No,
rip.
I did
Okay,
homecoming right.
All right,
I did homecoming right.
What's
You
your
did it
homecoming right?
Thank you.
Living in, you have
do
no
that every
class.
day.
You have the ability to do whatever you want to do.
I don't.
Why not?
Wait, what? Hold on. I was talking about you.
Oh. I'm just saying, like, homecoming, you get out of class early. I got out of class on Wednesday, to be honest.
Me too.
I get out of class early every day.
That's what I'm
Never
doing.
went to class.
Get class Monday, Wednesday.
Some people don't even go the whole week.
Yeah, bro.
So then on
I
top of
gotta
that,
celebrate.
dude came down. We got to be cute. Got my friend high for the first time. That was fun. She was tripping. It is.
That's never fun.
That was
I don't
fun.
like smoking with people like who haven't smoked before. I think it's weird.
They start tweeting.
I love
Right?
watching.
They be like,
So they don't be doing it right, so you gotta be like, you gotta inhale. Like,
no, right?
I'm not trying to coach you.
They be
Nah,
sitting
she
there.
inhaled. She took shit
I feel
in.
like a yogurt.
It was cool.
That is
I'm
a
not
spooky
high.
topic, though. That is a spooky topic. Most black people don't. Everybody smoke weed, man. I'm tired of my goddamn uncles and aunties being like, don't smoke weed. But they smoke weed. They blowing gas every time they go home, bro. All these administrators be blowing gas as soon as they get from leaving the campus. Like, come on now.
And on top of that, bro, let it be legal. Let it be legal.
Everywhere.
Honestly.
Let it be
rap.
game change.
But the tobacco game has gone down.
Got too
Big
much
alive.
body.
Don't nobody smoke cigarettes. Like,
Nah, you be surprised.
Big
People do.
tobacco winning.
yo, you know what? I think
Because if you buy Rellos, that's tobacco too. You may not be smoking it.
Black
but
and
you
mild.
purchase it. Black and mild.
So what do y'all
So
think could
buy
have
you a
been
pipe.
better with homecoming?
Backwards.
The concert.
the concert. Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel
because
that.
Jackson State has like Cardi B, Lil Wayne, and Young
I'm just
Thug.
wondering where our
But it's
student
rich
activity
homie.
fees
But it's
on.
like
For
Lucci,
real.
like he didn't even perform. His homies did. Don't nobody know that?
Who?
True.
I didn't even know Lucci to be real.
I only know like
Okay.
the I got money way before. That's
I think he did the 80 and the 60 for that one. Did you do that
DJ
one?
Luke Nasty.
Oh, it's a different.
When he started
You went to the
freestyling,
wrong
I said, "Whoa!"
You went to the concert at all.
I didn't go to the concert.
You were at the wrong
I
place.
just played the music where I was, be lit with my peoples.
I feel it.
I'm glad everybody had a spooky time at homecoming. But today, we're talking about topics that the black community may find a little scary. Something like, health, religion, stuff of that nature. So, let's start with, health. What y'all feel like? Why do y'all feel the black community puts health under the table and doesn't want to talk about it? They're kind of scared to go to the doctor.
Well, honestly, I never understood that. Like, why they'd say, like, black people are afraid to go to the doctor. If I'm sick, catch me in the hospital. Like, I don't play around about my health.
Look, honestly, black people have this thing where, like, they're scared to know what the doctor is going to tell them. I feel like.
I think it's like rooted in like there hasn't been a good trust in the past, like especially previous generations with doctors and the black community. Like they've done a lot of real fucked up shit, and then
Tuskegee experiment, period.
But and then like even now, to me, it's a money thing. Like I'm really not going to the emergency room for shit because those co-pays are crazy if you have insurance, and some people don't even have insurance. So it's like I'm more likely to just say fuck it and try and wait out whatever like sickness, fever I'm going through and hope that just gets better than I am to drop $1,000 on a doctor visit.
And they be charging you like $50 for some Tylenol. Like, that's crazy.
And then in Atlanta, going to Grady, which is like the local hospital. Yeah, that's it's you have like every homeless person in Atlanta in Grady.
Yeah.
Then they have like people in the hallways, like people on the Grady in the hallways because they don't have room for people. So it's kind of like I'm low key better off at home with some soup with my mama. At least then I have a room.
I feel like well, at least for me growing up, I never like people didn't really like talk about or educate me upon like health and what good health is and what a good diet is or how much you should exercise and stuff like that. People just like I guess like live their life and because like off rip, my mom already told me like off rip like you not going to the doctor, we're not going to the emergency room for nothing. We don't got the type of bread for that, bro. You gonna have to wait this out. You gonna have to whatever. It's gonna pass.
You never
like,
broke a bone in your
and
body.
then people, huh?
You never broke a bone in your body.
I've broken plenty of bones in my body, but I like.
You need to go to the hospital.
No, bro. It's like.
Wait, so how did you?
Hold up,
Bro, I'm walking on a whole torn ACL as we speak. Bro.
Yeah, bro.
Like it's just like you.
But a bone is different, and I think an ACL is different too.
It's a bunch of stuff
because you gotta pop that shit. If it's broken,
pop that mother back in.
Right
but I'm saying, like, at least for me growing up, it was like on some. It's various things like braces, glasses. I was supposed to have like a little thing for my chest to put my rib cage back in line that I didn't do because it's too much bread, and we don't have that type of money to like be doing that. And, like I'm living life regularly, so it's like it's not like. It's like broken
bones, misplaced ribs.
It's like
moving in life.
It's like we do what we can to survive because I feel like all you do like as a black person is kind of survive. You get taught to survive. You don't really know how to like live, so you're not worried about being in tip top condition and health. You just try and get to the next day.
I think that's a really big issue when it comes to health as well. Like what you eat. Like, we're not taught to eat healthy. We're taught, oh, you hungry? You better go get you some Viennas. Better go get you a sandwich.
Store.
Yeah, go get you a bag of chips. Yeah. Like, it's not necessarily, they don't tell us to go get a salad. You know, hell, even when me growing up, when I was a picky ass little kid, like, I didn't do the whole Viennas and corn dogs and hot dogs and shit like that. I would wait till my mama got there. I would literally go the whole day without eating till my mama got there. And she would take me, like, to McDonald's or some shit. Like that, and even then, that's a bad way to allow your kids to think like you need to eat this home food. Like my aunts would cook shit, but I didn't want that. I wanted McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's and stuff like that. And I think, okay, where I'm from, I don't know about where y'all from. When I was in high school, every day I would be a millionaire if I can count how many people every day had a bag of hot Cheetos, a pickle, a Capri Sun, or a Gatorade. You know, they switch it up every now and again, and some hot fries. Anything hot.
That was my lunch.
But I feel like when it comes to diet and stuff like that, like that's kind of been instilled in us from the very beginning. I mean, you had people giving us scraps, so all we really kind of knew was fattening foods.
Right,
Like
yeah.
we made do with what we had. So I feel like Black people never knew really what health was until it started being broadcasted to us.
Yeah, all that, like,
So I feel like this is a new age with the health thing in the Black community. Like back in the day, we had what we had and we made use of it. And I feel like now we're not going to go towards the healthy stuff because we never had to.
I disagree with that because even if you look, my grandmother is 96 years old. My grandma grew up on that, you know, greased up Crisco fried chicken with the Crisco fried chicken, like out the brown bag. She grew up on that type of stuff. That's totally different. And then never think about it. Our grandparents, I don't know about. Well, I'm not gonna say that because a lot of people don't have grandparents, but my grandmother in particular, all of my grandparents have lived a very, very, very long time on both sides. Kids eating hot Cheetos, that's more of their preference because you can wait till you get home and eat. You can eat school food. You can eat that corn dog, that hot dog, or whatever like that. You choose, or maybe you don't choose because you said that was your lunch. You know, but
because it's different. Because look at the quality of food that your grandparents and them had. They had food with no steroids, no extra chemicals, no pesticides. So of course they were going to live longer when they have a better quality of food. So we're living on stuff that's being sprayed and hormones. That's why our health is being affected so
in your hot
negatively.
Cheetos too.
That's what I'm saying. But like, even if we did go back to the type of food that our grandparents ate, it's not going to be the same because of the quality of food that we have now.
I also feel like it's a big difference between our grandparents' generations and our mothers and fathers and our generations. I feel because all the grandparents that I know and my grandparents, they all know how to cook. They know how to cook like several meals. They know how to whip up a whole meal for like a family or whatnot. But like my mama and like my homies' mamas and like my aunties and all that, they know how to cook, but they don't know how to cook as much. And then especially my generation now is like, I don't know too many people that know how to like
some fish
cook
tacos,
for real,
sweet
bro.
potato fries. I had a picture of that. If y'all want to put that.
Everybody know how to make hamburgers.
I mean, that's another thing. Women at the table, stop eating beef because that messes with our menstrual cycle. And
I'm gonna keep eating some beef
because
I like beef.
I
mess with the cow. Cows are my best friend.
I only eat chicken or turkey. Like I don't eat pork.
Oh, I don't eat turkey, but I eat chicken and fish.
I get sick when I eat pork.
The only thing I eat like seafood wise is like salmon or like shrimp.
I was a whole ass pescatarian for 3 years.
I was vegetarian for 3 weeks.
I was gonna say
down here, I got sick. Like there's not enough
long?
supplements here. Y'all be trying to kill me.
Yeah.
No, I eat what I want to eat when I want to eat it. So if I want a burger, I'm going to eat a burger.
Bitch,
if I want a hot dog, I'm
burger.
going to eat a hot dog.
See, and that's why Black people's health is not good.
Because they don't. I feel like Black people don't want to hear, "Oh, don't eat," because y'all been eating that for so long. You like burgers. You like meat.
If I'm gonna die one day, why would I? If I'm gonna die anyways, what's the point of stopping what I want to eat?
But like,
Right? Why
not speed it up?
No, forget that. Look, I was born. I want to live my full life.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I don't know. Like I like eating like the real healthy shit. Like,
Girl,
to
kale
me, like
salad.
that. Like I love like kale salad, like quinoa bowls. Like that's
got
like
quinoa
what
in my
I
room,
eat.
bitch.
Like that's my.
I feel like it's how you
But that shit's expensive.
present
No,
it to
no,
someone.
hold on. That's a whole ass lie. If you go out to a restaurant, yes, it's expensive. But quinoa in a pack. My friend Gabby made my quinoa for me. She actually put 2 cups in there. That made a whole pot of quinoa.
Right, and it's like they got like the little boil in a bag quinoa, like they got rice, bro. It's not.
And that's like $3.
Black people
and it
make
makes a big
excuses for
Yes.
it, or we actually
Just
are
like you
scared
did.
of our health.
I don't think so, G. I think it's a combination of like not many Black people, I guess. I don't know, G. I just don't feel like people educate people enough on health and why things are good. I feel like people who are, I guess, feel like people just come to you and be like, hey, you eating horribly, my nigga. You finna die. You need to eat this nasty green shit that I'm eating.
So what
And
do
that's
you think
not
we should
gonna-
just walk you through exactly what's gonna happen
I'm
as you bite a
saying,
burger?
no, I'm saying what you need to do in order to educate someone and change someone's life is sit down and understand their perspective and be like, okay, I understand that you like burgers now, right? Everybody does when they, you feel me? How about we do this? I'll take you to the store and I'll get you these different type of burgers that's a little bit more healthy. Or, you feel me? And we can couple that with like a salad or something and you ease them into it and show them different foods they can get. And eventually that changes over time and that changes that person and then they change their family and so on.
You also have to like look at food deserts. Like niggas don't be living with like grocery stores near them. And then it's like I'm gonna have to get on the subway with all these groceries, carry cases of water that I'm supposed to drink because it's good for me. All on the subway, get all this healthy food when I can just go down to the Poppy store.
First of all,
some chips.
Poppy store, that's a Ching Ching store.
I'm from Philly. We call it the Poppy store.
That's like the little corner store.
It's the corner store, but it's like all the Hispanics run it.
See, I just Ching Ching. It's like the little Asian people.
Oh no, we got the Hispanics run it.
Don't just call it a corner store.
Exactly.
Go to the gas.
I keep saying Poppy store. Y'all like.
We call it Ching Ching.
Y'all damn Wawa.
I love Wawa. Can we talk?
Yo,
shout out to
can
Wawa.
we talk about? Okay, I don't know about racist, but black people can definitely be prejudiced.
Yes.
Let's not lie and let's not say that you ain't ever met a black person who was a little bit too prejudiced on anybody.
Man,
and people just
continue,
yeah, bro. People just let it, bro. I didn't walk into a barbershop and heard, I fucking hate white people. I kill all them bitches. I'm like, damn, bro. You can't just say that. They humans. They human beings. I understand and all that, but damn, shit.
I feel like it all matters about your area.
Yeah.
Your area. And
it's never okay to say you're gonna kill out. You want to kill off a race. I personally, I'm more of a very equality. Y'all gonna hate me for this, but
all lives matter. All lives matter.
I'm not gonna ever let those words cross my mind just because I know it was created to oppose Black Lives Matter. So I'm not gonna say that, but I do believe in equality for all. I know there are some racist Caucasians, and there are some racist African Americans. But in my eyes, my friend Zach didn't make me pick cotton. And his grandparents, he wasn't there when this stuff went down. If he's willing to fight for me and I see Zach invited to the cookout.
Let's stop that. Let's stop. All right. Let's stop inviting.
What the hell I'm doing.
I don't like the whole he invited to the cookout because he said one thing that I agree with as my race, or a few things, bro. It's cool like to invite people around and have people around, but there's a difference between being on a team and rooting for it.
What makes you feel like he's like? What do you feel he's
okay, his name's not Zach. His name is Chris. Chris protests.
You gotta say his real name.
Yeah,
because
no, because
throw him out there.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like at that point it would be hard for me to tell the story lying about the name. But he protests. He votes correctly. His political views are correct. I mean, there's a right way and a wrong way.
But like, why
there isn't a right
way. No, but like, why
it's all subjective. Though.
I think black people. Like, why aren't black people Republican? Like.
Oh, I don't trust black politics.
Why aren't black people Republican?
No, listen.
You ever watch Underground?
If you,
fuck that.
No. If you like look at like the view, we were talking about this in sociology. Like if you look at like the views and like what black people like generally stand for, it's more like Republican. Like it lines up.
Yeah.
But the problem is that Republicans they be throwing out these shitty ass candidates. So it's like I'm not gonna roll for these fucking crackers. Like, but like.
Man, I don't know if I.
But like, if you look at like the views, like if you line it up, like the Republican Party, like probably would be better.
Bro, can we talk about educating kids and whatnot on politics? Because off rip, only voted for Barack because he was black. Not a bad thing.
It's just
so you would have voted for Ben Carson?
Huh?
Voted for Hillary?
I don't know who that is.
I was about to vote
He's not Barack Obama.
He's not Barack Obama.
And because Michelle from Chicago.
I just like their love story, and then Barack was black.
Yeah.
So you feel me? Somebody educate your kids on.
I just wanted to see a black person in my kids' history books 5 to 10 years from now. That's all I want to see. I remember having my social studies books.
You never seen Henry Tubman? MLK Jr.
No.
Parks,
Y'all didn't have it like in the back of your social studies book. Have like
all the presidents like lined up.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm talking about.
Barack pictures.
I want Barack right there, and I want a Hillary next to that. But it is what it is.
Why do y'all feel black people aren't educated in politics?
Because like black people aren't like, if you look at it, it's like the rich people are interested in politics because that's where they throw their money at.
Well, yeah, it's like you don't really have time to like get into politics and research all the time when you busy like living your life, working all the time, going to school all the time. Like, you don't have the luxury to educate. You don't have the luxury of time to always educate yourself on politics. Like, bruh, I'm doing so much stuff right now this semester. And even over the summer, like working 2 jobs, 70 hours a week and stuff. Like, I didn't pay attention to Trump at all. I didn't care about any of that because I'm focused on my life and trying to get money right now and do what I have to do to survive.
But I feel like it's certain things.
I'm gonna shoot you down on that one.
Yeah,
All you gotta do is swipe left on your iPhone. That's where I was going.
All you gotta do is swipe left.
I wasn't on my phone though because I was
popping?
working. I wasn't on my phone though.
I feel like
news,
people want to keep us from being educated in them realms because we could learn stuff about ourselves that be like, oh shit, like this is about us, like we did this. But I feel like people don't want to educate us in politics and stuff like that because exactly they want to keep us dumbed down.
But like, so you have to take your education in your own hands.
Look,
but
I read articles in my free time.
Taking your education in your own hands in the black community is just like half of us are incarcerated anyways, therefore we can't vote.
Ain't no half of us.
It's just like we.
Well, not half of us, but like as a black community.
I think black people aren't interested in politics because we don't see ourselves represented.
When Barack was there, that's when people really started focusing on what was going on.
I don't think so.
No, everybody voted for Barack simply because he was black.
No, but I'm saying, well, okay.
If you ask them what his motives were, they're not going to know.
I can only speak about me and people I hang with and my friends. I know for myself, that's when I started, okay, we can really make a difference. A vote really matters because we got a black president. I was like, damn, this shit actually worked.
Right.
So that's when I became more, instead of swiping on my phone one night, I don't even have Instagram anymore. I don't have Twitter, but I definitely have CNN and the news app. Because, like, that's what, in my little free time, even if I'm working 70, 40 hours a week, when I'm laying down in my bed at night or when I wake up in the morning, or if I'm on the bus, or if I'm on a train, if I'm on a car, I can swipe left, and I have it all right there. It's what you choose to give your time to. You make time for what you want to make time for. Right. If you want to learn, all of us made it this far to college. You can, you watching
somebody in my
Netflix and you
position,
chilling
they
and
had
shit.
Kids. They don't have time to swipe right or left on their phone.
That's a lie. My sister got 2 kids.
I feel like it's what the media is
Can
making rid of.
Can we stop? I mean, this is a side note, really a side note, bro. But can we stop with all the excuses about I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that? Because I honestly and wholeheartedly believe you can make time for whatever you want to make time for. It's your life. You make a decision on everything that you do. So if you choose not to do something, you choose not to do it. Jen, don't say like, I don't have time for it. Don't make an excuse like I don't have time for it. Just make time for it.
I feel like it's not exactly that people don't have time for it. It's like people have more important stuff on their mind than what to learn in politics. But to counterpart that is, on TV, if you're showing me one side of everything, and you're showing me one side of everything, even on the liberal side, I'm not gonna be interested in to even want to learn that shit. Like you need
and it's always negative.
It's always negative. Like if you put some stuff out there that's making me like, I want to know more about that. Like even in the workplace, on the TV, it's nothing that I want to learn about. Like it's some shit like, somebody died, mass shooting. Like, if you start putting stuff on TV that's readily available for the community, maybe then we'll start educating ourselves. But until then, I'm like, bro, the world finna end, bro. I don't care. Like, I don't want to learn about stuff like that. So I feel like it's what the media is putting out there, what I see every day that's making me unmotivated to want to learn about this stuff.
I feel like that should be even more of a motivation, like the shooting. I didn't hear about it until I like got up out of bed. That was out of bed. And when I heard about it, first thing I do, damn, what was going on? So I'm sitting there, I'm learning everything I can about it because I know when I start talking to people throughout the day, that's what they're going to talk about. Well, that's in my head what I feel like is going to happen. Plus, I want to know, like, how many people got shot? What was he using? Was he white or black? Yes, that's a factor for me. Like, that's something I want to know. So it's not a matter of what they put out there that makes you not want. I ain't never had no shit like that in my life. I'm gonna be real with you. what you see makes you not interested in
but
the
look,
topic.
like even like what you're saying. Okay, you went and you looked, seeing if he was black or white. What did they call the white man?
What they called a white man?
Yeah, did they call him a terrorist, a killer, a murderer?
It was it was like one of the largest mass
shooters. A lone gunman.
It was one of the largest mass shooters in the U.S. history.
And they didn't classify it as terrorism, though.
But let
so
it,
why do
let it have a race, another race,
but
or
it was
something
just
like
you
that.
trying to learn. Like that was your.
That's the point. The point we were all making was black people. I think it was black people or people. Period. I'm not sure what it was.
What
Was it
you
black
saying?
people?
It's not.
Period.
Oh, Jody's saying this. This is what Jody's saying. I understand the whole thing about like, okay, you read, you see the news and it's misleading or whatnot, but the whole point of gaining information is to formulate your own opinions and views and get the whole story from your perspective. So I understand when people say like, oh, that news, they only give, say, the bad stuff or whatever. We'll find a different one. Or create, or watch both, or if you really want to do that. Like, it's ways around all the problems that people say are the reason that they aren't informed on certain topics or they don't do things. It's just like I feel like you just actually have to want to do it. And you saying that you don't have time to do it, or it's hard to do it, or they're not helping you is an excuse. Some of them are valid excuses, you know, but it's still an excuse nonetheless. If you want to do something, you do it. If you don't want to do something, you don't do it. If you feel like you have other priorities above that, then you place those priorities above it, and you place the political or the health or whatever below it. But that's just on you and your life. I just don't like people telling me that like I don't have time for this.
No excuse.
Just tell me straight up you don't want to do it. There's nothing wrong with that though.
And that goes back to health too. Like you said, you go to the what you call a poppy store. You go to the little poppy store, the corner store, whatever, and you buying. Let's say you buy a Gatorade, that's $1. 2 bags of chips, that's $1.
I don't know where y'all getting these Gatorades from. I used to go to the 50 cent juices or the 25-cent juices. Pop like now, you feel me? Back when chips was $4 for $1.
Wait. Well, now they like 50 something. They 2 for $1. Little bags 2 for $1. Then you get Capri Sun 50 cent. I don't know about it. And a Lily Dilly, like the frozen Kool-Aid from the candy lady. Never had the candy lady?
Oh yeah, we got the candy lady. She be around,
with the
bro.
pops.
She be around downtown.
But okay, you got $1 there, $1 here, $1 there on all this junk, right? Quinoa is $3.26. That's $3 right there.
Yeah.
Healthy food, multiple meals because it makes a lot of meals.
And it's filling.
So it's truly just an excuse and preference. They'll
It's on how
say
you
you don't have
I
the
feel like
funds
those
for
things
it,
are
you get
excuses,
it.
but like be real.
Food
If you seeing something that's broadcasted to you or put in your face all the time, which one you gonna go with?
Them rap
like
snacks.
just with like everything.
Taco Bell.
Let's not tweet.
The
I do.
The rap snacks, bro.
And just like y'all said, but like even like with the politics stuff.
Oh, the dab and rent shit?
Yeah. Even with the politics stuff,
funny.
like if
They
you
snap,
constantly
bro.
seeing something broadcasted in your face like that, you not going to be motivated to want to see anything else about it. Like, I'm saying, like, if you had stuff that was broadcasted to you more positively or more in a more educational fashion, more people would want to move towards trying to find out more about some situation. Have time, make time for stuff like that. But when I see negative stuff like that, for what? Just like when I seen health stuff, oh, they found a new plant. I'm like, oh shit, what? I'm going to want to learn more. Somebody gets shot, I'm not going to want to learn about what the fuck politicians are saying about this. Like, I don't care.
And you get desensitized.
Yeah, you
Because
get
you see it happens over and over again. You're like,
So I
all right,
feel
somebody
like
got shot. What's new? Like,
When
I already
people
know what
start
happened.
going towards other
Y'all get
ways to
excited about a party
broadcast
that happens
educational
every
things,
weekend.
people will be more like motivated to try to find out information.
I feel like everybody just needs to open their heart. On some real stuff though. Let's talk about, you feel me, like mental illnesses in the black community and why don't nobody want to talk about it. Don't nobody want to acknowledge that everybody from the hood, everybody in the hood is messed up, bro. Y'all holding in emotions that's
unnatural.
Bruh, it's crazy how bottled up you can
Speaking
get.
from growing up in that type of area, bruh, you expressing yourself, some bad shit finna happen to you. Honestly. Like if I'm in that situation where violence is always occurring and you always have to show your strength, and I'm outside trying to express my feelings, like. Somebody gonna try me.
I'm saying,
weak.
bro, you gotta understand.
Black people think emotions are weak.
You gotta understand your position and everyone around you and who they are as people, which is why you have to have a good foundation of people around you, a good center of friends and family and whatnot. You gotta have somebody that you gotta talk to, G. Like my mama always told me growing up, you gotta have one person to talk to let all that out. Otherwise, it's gonna get bottled up inside you, and
and one day it's gonna burst.
You gonna burst. And burst and keep bursting, and that's what I did through I was going crazy, bro. But you gotta find somebody that you feel me, talk to them, let that stuff out. You feel me? Everybody I ain't when.
You just went out and hug him. You need a hug.
I'm saying though, where I'm from and how my life went, G. So when my friends and us, we started losing our closest friends, our brothers, our little brothers, our big brothers, people we looked up to on the block and shit. We would talk about that shit, bro. I can't hide my tears from somebody I saw every day of my life who's not here no more. I'm sorry. I'm the toughest, I swear, but I just can't. I'm not fin to, G. That stuff hurt, bro. And I'm saying, bro, if you really from the hood, if you really from the streets, you can't sit up here and tell me you ain't never cried over nobody who done passed away. You ain't never shed a tear over somebody jumping your cousin. You ain't never got angry about that. You ain't never showed no emotion, because that's not real. That's not hood. And I'm tired of people saying that oh, I'm from the hood. I'm hyper. You feel me? Masculine. I don't never cry. I don't never feel none of that stuff, because that's not true. And you.
I feel like
I
feel like that's shown to.
That is that's
when you
mental health.
It hurts.
You're bottling up emotions, feelings.
But you gotta understand, where you. I'm not gonna validate that, because I know people who have burst and
what you talking about?
People who have bottled stuff up since they were little and truly, honestly, burst at the seams. I thank God every day that they mental came back, the seams got put together, but they definitely went way off the deep end.
But I feel like what you saying, I agree with what he's saying. I feel like we need more people to be it's okay, to show that, it's okay to express yourself. It's okay to shed tears, because honestly, I feel like people are scared too. Yeah. It took me a long time to realize that, okay, these are my emotions, and I can pour these out to people that I trust, and I can pour these out even to myself in my alone time. But I feel like in the outside world, if I'm pouring out my emotions, people are going to look at me funny.
But you gotta understand. That's what I meant by understanding your position. As somebody from a hood, a low income, whatever you want to call it, bro. You understand that you can't be out here just showing emotions to everybody on the block, everybody around you. You gotta. That's why I said, you feel me. You gotta have your homies. You feel me. The people that was with me every day doing whatever we was doing, them the people who I done seen cry, bro. They done seen me cry, bro. They done heard me express all my feelings, because it's no way to hide that when you out there every day with somebody, bro. You just develop a sort of bond that's, you feel me, almost unbreakable. Well, my thing is, I'm just saying, as a parent or a cousin or somebody, you gotta, I don't know, just be there to, I guess, to listen or take up on hints and stuff, and because people be going through stuff. Everybody go through stuff, regardless if you from the hood or not. I'm saying, as a human being, pick up on other people's tendencies. Pay attention to people.
But not everybody
and
can.
See what, huh?
Not everyone can pick up.
Can do what, bro?
No, not everybody can pick up on those tendencies and shit that's going on.
If you know the person that's hurting, you know when they hurt.
Yeah, you can tell. Body language is obvious, bro.
Even if a person is smiling to me and I know them, I know when they hurt.
Yeah.
If you know
so
somebody.
Alexis, if your man is obviously he not you can you see it on your man when he's in a bad mood, he's not messing with anybody today, he's not. It's the same way. If you know somebody, you can see that on them. I can see juice.
But as a kid growing up in certain areas,
what?
As a kid, you can definitely see that.
No, okay, all right. Me personally, there were times when I was bullied and shit when I was younger. I was that kid who tried to be friends and showed emotions and did. When I had a problem, I tried to tell people I thought were my friends and shit like that, and I got jumped one time. That shit is not cool. So I'm not saying you need to bottle your shit up or whatever, but for you to sit here and say that it's just that easy to talk to somebody or people gonna pick up on it, that's some bullshit. Because not everyone picks up.
If
I
they're
didn't
really
say
your
that.
friend,
I didn't say
That's what I'm
that
saying. As a kid, you don't know who the
As a-
fuck is your
yeah,
friend.
that's what I'm
though.
saying.
No,
As a
what-
kid-
So, and you
I
said,
do.
Yeah,
I mean,
Okay,
it's
that's good
depends.
for you,
It depends
too.
on. It depends on you as a person, right? Everybody experiences is not gonna be the same. That's why I said you gotta. You take a risk, bro. You take a risk when you display your emotions to
as a
anybody.
kid, you don't know what the fuck a risk is. You
Yes,
hang
you
with
do.
the
I was a grown man.
hanging with the
I
same
was a
fucking
grown
people
man
all
by
the
like
time.
9, bro. You're wild. I was a grown man. I knew right from wrong. I knew morality. I knew all of that because that was instilled into me as a kid. I didn't grow up around that, bro. I'm sorry. I just didn't. I can't relate on that level. But what I'm saying is everybody's life is different. You can't just go out on a bridge one time and you fall, bro. You go out on a limb and you fall sometimes. That's life. I'm sorry, bro. That shit hurt. That shit wrong. That shit fucked up. They shouldn't have did that to you. You gotta move on from that. That don't mean I'm tired of, bro. You know as a human being, you know what's right and wrong. Regardless, I don't care how you was raised. None of that. You know right from wrong. You know how to treat a human being, bro. Because everybody wants to be.
Honestly, as a black community to fix both of these problems, we got to start making it aware that people are sad. I feel like as a community, as a black community, we ignore depression. It's not real. Black people make it seem like emotions are not real. They do not exist. So I feel like if, as a young age, our parents start instilling to us, like, you know, if you're depressed or you feeling some type of way, you can talk to me.
Suck it up.
Suck it up.
Yeah,
Suck it up.
that's
That's the shit I grew up
and that's what
on.
I'm
Suck
saying.
it up.
Like,
as
Get your shit together.
growing
Go
up
to
like
school.
that,
Do your work. Be quiet.
my mom didn't realize that I was depressed till I broke down.
Same.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you start instilling like, hey, it's okay, you know, express your feelings, like, be you. But I feel like people will start allowing emotions more, or our black community will start allowing emotions more when we start making it aware that we do have emotions, we do have sicknesses that cause sad emotions, like.
And it's just not enough education, bro. Because I know so many
education.
people who, like, they're like, oh, you have no reason to be depressed. Oh, you know, like, I've even heard where one of my homies, like, he's like, cuz is 19, cuz is 18, he has no reason to be depressed. Where it's like, his friend just died. He just went through some fucked up shit. His parents got evicted. Like, he's dealing with struggle, and yeah, he's depressed. There are reasons. And sometimes that shit's not directly caused by things. It is a chemical. It can be a chemical imbalance. It can be just a mental stress that you can't deal with. But depression is real, and like a lot of times people say get over it, but what they don't understand is getting over it won't solve the problem. Sometimes the shit's still there. If it's a chemical imbalance, you say get over it. Well, the chemical imbalance is still there.
I feel like another thing, as far as like the black community and understanding depression, is the stuff that causes it. Like there can be trauma, like someone getting shot, someone getting jumped. That hurts too. But I know for me also it was a point, and I keep referring to me because, you know, I don't know what everyone goes through.
No, it's Billy too, bro. I know what you mean. Like when you were saying like kids don't know, like
yeah, like
kids, like to me, kids don't know. Like I didn't know who my friends were. Like I didn't know what was up. Like I didn't know how to peep
These
stuff.
are people who was laughing at my jokes, who was
game.
cool
You know
with
what I
me.
mean? Like I was that funny person, and then it's like, damn, like you just have my feelings, and you just don't care. And then like now I feel like black people, I ain't gonna say we don't care. I feel like we care about who we care about, because people. Okay, someone's telling me. Like someone told me I had no reason to be depressed. I'm young, I'm in school, my tuition's paid for, all this other shit, right? Whole life ahead of you type shit.
Yeah, that whole shit. My health is bad. Voluptuous, I guess the word is to use. Like I'm fluffy or whatever. And but like personally, like that shit to come to school, and even growing up, guys, not to say it's about guys, but guys tend to like those skinnier chicks with the long hair and the pigtails. What you laughing for?
No, because he knows.
He knows.
A Drake line popped up in my head when he was like, "I like all my women BBW."
Yeah, Drake is my nigga. He came out with that. But that shit is real. Like that put me in a hard place, especially coming to college. Like that was like my biggest fear.
Yeah.
Like to get here, and damn, like people didn't like me before, and there's other stuff. So they definitely not gonna like me in college because they're gonna be like, bunch of pretty girls from all over the world.
Right.
Well, not all over the world, but all over the international, whatever. National. Whatever. Y'all get what I'm saying. So, like, when I first got here, it was hard. And especially because I didn't, like, you know how, like, you get here, like, freshman year, and you kind of click with people, and then you rock with those people for a long time.
Amen.
I didn't really have that click moment because I spent, like, most of my time trying to do what you said, like, you know your place, trying to see where I fit in with multiple clicks. And it got to a point where I really didn't fit in nowhere because I was trying to fit in everywhere. And that made me depressed because now I had this whole little reputation shit. And I'm just in here, like, I ain't do shit but try to be y'all friend. So then I've been depressed personally a lot in my life. I haven't had that bursting moment yet because I do have those times where I learned personally, you said you don't understand people ain't never cried in front of nobody. I cried on multiple nights, like, to myself.
What I said was, I don't understand how people project the image of, I don't never cry at all. I keep everything inside, don't nothing affect me. That's what I said.
Agree on that. Yeah. Cause
but like, some people do have that. Like, I had this friend, they were stoic. And something traumatic happened to them. I'm not going to say what happened, but I'm just saying they were stoic. That they didn't know how. It took, like, years just trying to talk to them, and they finally had their bursting moment.
That in itself is emotion. Because it's the you trying not to show any emotion. Yeah. And that in itself is an emotion. That's a willpower in yourself that you keep control of. That you've been through so much stuff that all the little stuff don't matter. Even if it's a bigger thing, it's still, this not like when blah blah such and such happened, such and such happened. Like, it ain't nothing now. You feel me? That's still emotion in itself. What I'm saying, everybody has emotion. Everybody should. I'm saying you gotta get the bad stuff out, or try to get the bad stuff out. Even if it go left sometimes. That's life. I'm sorry, I can't change that. It go left sometimes. It done went left from me, and went left from other people. Blah blah blah. But it gotta get out. And then when it go left, that gotta get out, because you're gonna hold on to that too. What I'm saying is, you can't continuously hold on to bad vibes, energies, memories, negative feelings, all that, and expect not to burst, or expect not to be out of control one time or another. You gotta take control of your life, bro.
And that negativity just gonna attract more negativity. Like,
that's true.
You gotta let that out to expand.
I feel like I just want to say, like, to everybody, like he was saying, have that one person, but on top of that,
I'm just telling y'all what my mama told me, because I think my mama right most of the time.
I mean, you do need
my mama.
I mean, even if that one person is God, like, that's what that became for me. Like, that one person truly, like, I talk to him every night. If I got a problem, that's how I go to. I may go to my friends too, but they can't do shit for me. Not saying y'all can't do shit for me, but y'all know what I mean. Like he's for me, he's a higher power. So I know God can do anything. What you can't do, he can do. So that's who I'm gonna talk to. I'm gonna tell you too. But I'm gonna go. It's like when you go to your mom. You know you hungry. You know your mama will feed you. So that's what you're going to. So that's how I feel.
I feel like it's just like you said, you found God to find that one person that cares. I feel like it's finding that one person that cares. Like, when I broke down, I saw my mom, like damn, like, she cared. Like, damn, like, that shit was surprising to me. Like, I feel like once you realize people care, there are people that care for you out there, then it's gonna be easier for you to let go of negative situations. Right.
Mm-hmm. To have that positive and the smile not be fake.
Yeah, to have that genuine positivity.
Yeah, because there are people who fake it till you make it. I mean, that's how I was raised, to fake it till you make it. And I took that shit to heart as far as my emotions and what I was going through. So, you know, I would handle my business. I would kiki and ha-ha in front of my friends' faces. But I ain't never really had no, like, friend talking about my boyfriend. And he's probably the only person who's ever seen, like, that low moment. Like, that, it wasn't even, it was just, like, that ugly.
The ugly cry.
It's not the terror. Yeah, like that. Like that shit right there. Yeah, like. But I met him freshman year, second semester freshman year. It took that long for me to learn to, you know, not have to. You don't have to fake it.
For me, it was like, after I lost my grandmother, she kept stressing the relationship between me and my sister, and I was like dumb confused. It was like, for why? Like, so it was like after I lost her, I was like, damn, like let me try to kick it with her. Like she seemed cool. Like she cool, I guess. But like now, like that's my dog for life, bro. Like me and my sister are so close. Like it's so crazy. It's such a blessing. But like I know if somebody like got me on anything, like that's her for real. Same with my best friend. Like that's my nigga. Like you know what I mean? Like, but it's just. Shout out to your best friend. Like, shout out the bestie one time. But, like, on some real shit, dog, like, you really have to just find, like, for me, I have a group of people. Like, each one of my friends, like, we serve a different purpose to each other. And, like, each one of them, like, I can show a unique side of myself to them and, like, have different levels of communication with them that help me. Like release that negativity and also like feed me with like that love to help me grow and like keep pushing, keep grinding, like stay on my shit. So it's just like finding that niche. Personally, I think it's like better if you find a group. 'Cause, like
I got one now. Shout out to Quist, Gabby, Nari, Kristen, Blaze, Alexis, Stacy. At times when she doing my nails, you know Adriana, cause you that bitch when it comes to a ride to the ATL. See, she'll come pick the nigga up. Oh!
Shout out the mic, bro.
Hey, she's gonna make a mixtape.
Wow. Yo, drop them bars. You want to start over? Drop a verse.
Right. I said, okay. I start feeling it. Hey, I'm about to give her a beat.
You know, I can make a beat to everything.
Okay, so overall, love yourself, love your environment, and love the people around you.
Yeah, people
love
around you. You'll never know
now,
who you
we gonna get to this giveaway. Okay, we gonna get to this giveaway.
Hey.
Cause I know y'all like free stuff. Y'all college students.
Everybody like
can I just have one of y'all lollipops?
What is this?
Can I just get a lollipop?
Is this for us? Like all the hard work we put in?
I thought it was a group.
Man, this mine. This was accidentally put in there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just move that over so you know y'all
Can
can
I just
see
get
it.
That's what I'm saying.
And our winner is
Right?
we
All right, so
drawing.
we're currently drawing names.
Wait, I want to do it. I want to draw it.
Ooh.
Are y'all too cool to do a drum roll?
We talk about y'all niggas.
Beautiful drawing woman.
Right here.
Where we at?
Okay. All right.
They gonna share with
Samson
me.
Avini. Twitter, A Black Blur. Instagram, Blessed Ink. In
Blessed and decorated.
Blessed.
Oh,
I was like, what?
Yo, I can't.
Right, can I have this? What's their names?
Can I have a piece of candy?
These aren't fancy.
Samson A.V.
These aren't pieces.
Samson.
Trick or treat on your blow pop.
You think you want the card?
Hey, do you want the candy?
Yeah, the real
Can I get a
candy.
Oh, so let me tell you what you want. You want a $40 Visa gift card.
Ooh.
Right.
Girl, right. You know what I could do?
we couldn't enter in this. That's $40. G. I need that.
Hold up.
So you got a $40 Visa gift card. Of course, you got some bubble gum, M&Ms, loads of lollipops. You got a Twix. I don't know if you like chocolate. You got some pencils. I don't know if you use pencils. You have pins in here. You have keychains. There's this cute little lanyard here.
Oh,
It's really, yeah, but it connects to the lanyard.
But you hope.
This is big. Look, like you about to be.
You have these things here. You got a mouse pad. Laptop for me, mouses. I'm just asking.
You got a
It's
whole
pen.
load of stuff.
Yeah, and you got some little cute confetti.
You got a
They
little
fixed it
cup.
up for
They
you.
got a cup.
Yeah, you
And
got a
you
whole
got a
nugget
bowl.
there.
You got something to put in there, bro.
You
Look.
got an ashtray.
Well, yeah, you done came up. You came up $40 this night.
Yeah. So, you know,
Have a happy Halloween.
have a happy
Yes.
Melanination fans and
You know.
families.
Also, if you live in the comments, housing is doing checks, so you know, be on that because they're doing checks next week and they're gonna be super deep. So you know,
paraphernalia.
Oh no.
Paraphernalia. That's a nice way of putting it.
In closing, man, talk to somebody about something that you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, be an open ear for somebody or something. You know,
Hug somebody.
Give somebody a hug.
or don't. You know, what do I know? But anyways, good night.
Bye.
Still tough, he's tough. I beat the beat with the beef touch. I beat the beat up, then brace lunge. I beat beneath puffs, stick beat up. Smoking on some shit that people go to war over. I damn he's tough, no, I beat the beat with the beef touch. I beat the beat up, then brace lunge. I beat beneath puffs, stick beat up.